What's up, everybody? I'm gonna bring that back. I want to bring back the "What's up." I think it's just like Fetch. I think it should come back. And I know Fetch was never a thing, according to Regina George, but I don't care. Hey, everybody! Welcome to another Blu-ray haul, and thank you so much for checking out my channel. I wanted to show you what I got kind of earlier than Black Friday, but also at the same time, this is going to be early December, so it's like late November, early December kind of a Blu-ray haul. You already can see what I have here, but I'm going to go through each one of these things that I got. I got a lot of really great deals, and a lot of this was on sale, and I'm really excited to show you this. But the first three things that I got from Amazon, actually, on top, the first being the following. This is Christopher Nolan's first film. I've never seen it before in my life. It's only like 70 minutes, I think. Yep, and it came out in '99, so it came out really right just as Memento was coming out as well. So I'm really excited to see this movie. I don't really know anything about it. However, I've seen pretty much every other Christopher Nolan film out there. I don't think I've not seen the only one that I haven't seen of his long length films. Alright, so moving on from there, I got another Criterion, and that's The Devil's Backbone. I've never seen this movie in before, but it's fully in Spanish. It's Del Toro's film. It came out in 2001. It's one of those early films. He did Kronos as well earlier on in the 90s. I like that movie a lot with Ron Perlman. But it's all Spanish speaking. This is also another Spanish speaking film. But I also love Pan's Labyrinth, if you've never seen that poster over there. I love Pan's Labyrinth. It's one of my favorite movies. I probably gushed about it enough. I'm actually seeing it tonight at the Alamo Draft House in my town, and I'm really excited for it. But I really love Del Toro's work, at least, you know, stylistically. It's one of the most creative, and just visually, it's a stunning and also just gorgeous thing. He likes to do a lot of dark fairy tales, and I'm really looking forward to Shape of Water as well. Next is a trilogy. Another Criterion release. This is the Three Colors trilogy. I moved it around. It's blue, white, and red. The Three Colors trilogy. And I'm going to butcher the hell out of this. Krzysztof Kowalewski. I don't know. It's two French films and a Polish film. The Polish being in the middle. It's kind of like a sandwich, but it represents the French flag. And that's on liberty, equality, and fraternity. That's what each of these films kind of just represents. It represents it goes from like tragic to a love story to comedy. I've never seen these movies. I know nothing about it. However, I've heard high praise from several friends who have seen the trilogy and really enjoyed it, but also at the same time just seen reviews online. So I'm really excited to see the Three Colors trilogy and give you my thoughts about it someday, probably in the near future. So those are my three big priced kind of things besides the bottom ones. Alright, I got Split. I got this at Best Buy. It was on sale for $4.99. Then I got this prior to the Black Friday stuff. I really enjoyed this movie. I did a review of it earlier on this year. I did a really comical in my eyes. I tried to really reimagine James McAvoy with several voices that I've done myself. But I digress. And this is one of the best M. Night Shyamalan films of recent dates. That's for sure. He's definitely not directed a good film in a while. And so I'm glad that he's returning to form here. And I'm really enjoying that universe he's going to build with Unbreakable and potentially Glass. Alright, next thing I got was Get Out, another movie that was only $4.99 at Best Buy. And this is the directorial debut of Jordan Peele. I don't remember if I did a review on this or not. I think I did. But regardless, I think this movie was really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the aspects of things that I didn't really think were actually much of a horror for most people, but it definitely more of a psychological and also a story hasn't been told yet. I thought that was really good. There's some comedic aspects of it, some really visually stunning, psychedelic kind of things that are going on in this movie as well that I really enjoyed. This is a good film. I'm really looking forward to Jordan Peele and the stuff he does in the future. Alright, moving on from there, I got at Best Buy. This is a steelbook that came out on Tuesday, last Tuesday, I believe. The Hitman's Bodyguard. This came out last Tuesday, like I said. I got the steelbook here. I didn't really need to get the steelbook, however, I love steelbooks, and I just did it. And so I like this movie a lot. Ryan Reynolds and Sam Jackson just literally play themselves. He plays himself as Deadpool, and he plays himself as just everything Sam Jackson's ever done, really, except for like Mace Windu, who is like more straight edge and he needs to say motherfucker. That's what he needs to say. I mean, that's Sam Jackson. Come on. But I really enjoy this movie. It's kind of a buddy cop movie. It's like Lethal Weapon, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, in Bruges. It's my kind of movie. Those are like my favorite types of movies. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, more and more as I'm like getting a lot of these buddy cop movies, I'm just like, you know what, this might actually be probably one of my favorite genres or just favorite types of movie. I actually might make a genre series on my favorite buddy cop movies. But I digress. Let's move on from there to some things I got in line as I was waiting at Best Buy and also Target because I was impatient and I didn't know if they were going to have enough copies. First being War for the Planet of the Apes. I really enjoyed this kind of end piece of the trilogy. I thought this was a fantastic addition. Honestly, this reboot for Planet of the Apes, I was kind of sketchy at first because I remember the Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes, and this didn't disappoint at all. This one's great. Woody Harrelson plays a great character in here as well, opposite of obviously Caesar, our hero, who also makes a lot of decisions that you have to, he has to combat constantly. I actually did a review of it on the channel with a really silly opening that some people probably cringe at and probably have to get through. But I digress. Let's move on from there. Another movie that I got in line before I got to Target was Kubo and the Two Strings, which, by the way, I didn't actually see in Target, so probably a good idea that I bought it on Amazon. I saw this a couple years ago. I don't remember much, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the soundtrack, and I really enjoyed just a lot of the story elements of it, so I can't wait to watch it again. I wasn't in a good mindset when I watched it, that's why I don't remember much. Next, I got Big Sick, one of the better films of the year. That's for sure. Judd Apatow did a fantastic job of Kumail Nanjiani's actual true story of meeting this girl right here. This is not his actual girlfriend, but Zoe Kazan actually plays his girlfriend in this movie. It's a comedic role. Ray Romano's in it as well, and so is Holly Hunter. It's a fun movie. It's definitely a fun movie, and it definitely gets you on the feel sometimes. But it's funny. It's dramatic. It's a nice thing. It's a heartwarmer. All right, next, another thing I got in line because I was impatient was SpiderMan Homecoming. If you actually saw that video, Hannah and I were talking about it. I'm like, I might as well just get SpiderMan Homecoming in line, and so I did on Amazon. I'm impatient, I know, but I digress. This is a really good film. Michael Keaton being one of my favorite villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe now. He did great as the Vulture. Alright, so moving on from there, I got a couple of things. I got this thing from another store randomly just one day, and that was Halloween. I really enjoyed this film. I haven't seen it in quite some time. John Carpenter did a fantastic job with the score and also the directing of this movie. I'm not actually a big fan of slasher films, and I actually got it post-Halloween, so whatever. But I really like this movie, and I really enjoyed Jamie Lee Curtis in this role. I'm actually looking forward to the reboot. I guess this is coming after. It's between 1 and 2 or after 2. I don't remember. I'm not a big slasher guy, so I can't tell you much. But I'm really excited to get this finally. Now a couple things at Best Buy that I got prior to Black Friday. And I didn't know that these were all on sale or coming out or whatever. And 2 of them are steelbooks, and that's A Christmas Vacation and A Christmas Story. Both Christmas oriented, both hilarious, both classics, and that's all I really can say about that. Just don't shoot your eye out, kid, and also just watch out for some lights that might shock you. I love both those movies, and I haven't seen them in quite some time. I used to watch them every year. I haven't in a while. Next 2 are also together. Home Alone and Home Alone 2. Fantastic. They were on sale. At least this one was like $7 or $6, and this was like $10. Not really on sale, but whatever. Home Alone and Home Alone 2 are fantastic movies. I do the Macaulay Culkin thing a lot, so whatever. I really enjoy this movie, and I really enjoy this movie. I haven't seen this one in quite some time, but I've seen this one a million times, so I could probably quote it at length. One of my favorite lines being, "Look what you did, you little jerk." Another Christmas movie that's a classic, but also some people like, some people don't. I saw this a long time ago, and that's It's a Wonderful Life. Frank Capra's It's a Wonderful Life with James Stewart, little Jimmy Stewart. I've been watching some Alfred Hitchcock films lately. I actually just saw The Man Who Knew Too Much, and I'm looking at Vertigo next. I also watched Rear Window. James Stewart's fantastic, and I have actually just recently got into the older films, and so I'm really excited to revisit this again. It also has a black and white and a colored version, so I love that. That's cool. So this is going to be good. Can't wait to get it and watch it. I have it. I don't know what I just said with get it. Stop texting me. Alright, next are some things that I got at Vintage Stock here locally in town, just like I got Halloween at. I'm going to butcher this. Jodorowsky's Dune. He was the director. He was set to direct this film. He had this big vision in mind. He actually had a lot of concept art and a lot of story and setup design, and a lot of big actors in the woodworks, just from all over. I'm trying to remember who it is. He had Orson Welles, Mick Jagger, David Carradine, and Salvador Dali working on this with music by Pink Floyd. So he had like this big vision in mind. So this is like a documentary on what could have happened. And so this is really exciting, and I know that David Lynch took over. I've never actually seen the David Lynch Dune. However, I want to see the newest version of Dune that's going to be coming out, and that is by, Denis Villeneuve, who I cannot wait to cover that. So I'm really looking forward to this. I need to watch the original Dune as well. I need to actually read the book as well. Next two movies are not the greatest, but I'm going to get through them quickly. I just got them because they're on sale. The Interview, which I'm pretty sure is the reason why we're at war with North Korea soon. It's probably James Franco and Seth Rogen. And then Shrek 2, which is one of the better sequels of all time. Shrek and Shrek 2 are pretty good. Do not even get me started on Shrek 3 and 4, or any of the other things that Shrek's ever done. Bad. They're bad. Sorry. Don't like them. I only like the first two. That's actually the reason this was a hard-to-find kind of movie, because for some reason, you can get the box set of Shrek really easily on Blu-ray, but Shrek 1 and 2 are really hard to find just by themselves, and they're kind of expensive, which is stupid. But whatever. I'm dying. Two next ones are the biggest things in my collection that, out of this Blu-ray haul, are, to me, the most important. The first being The Wire, a show I've never seen, and both of them are on HBO, both Sopranos and The Wire, and I'll show you that in a second. But I'm really excited for this. I've only heard great things. Well, usually when I ask my friends, or just people I don't know, or what their favorite television shows of all time are, it's usually either Sopranos or The Wire. Both of these movies, I'm so used to talking about movies, I don't really talk about television shows that much. But I watch television shows, I just don't watch them as much. But anyways, these are kind of movie-esque, because this is really what put HBO on the map, both of these shows. The Wire and The Sopranos, but these are really great on sale at Best Buy. I actually got the last two copies of each, 1 and 1. They're about, I think this was $50 and this is $54. It's much better than the $100 price tag that they're both worth. And so I'm really excited to get both The Sopranos and The Wire. So, I've never seen either of those, and I know a little bit about both, but I don't really know much. So, what'd you think of my new Blu-ray haul? This is a lot, and yes, I have a problem. I don't care what you think. A lot of this is on sale, and I got some extra money from work. So whatever, nana boo boo. I'm gonna stop with the childish insults and just thank everyone for checking this video out. Give me a like, comment below, don't forget to share and also subscribe, and I will see you next time. I'm not jonesing around.